So this question is begging an answer to what the future is likely going to look like when we're no longer using these gigawatt scale power reactors, but we've gone to microreactors and small modular reactors and so forth. And let me give you my vision of where I think we're inevitably going to go short term in terms of decades. And it looks like this. I have seen a number of presentations at professional society meetings and so forth where the US military pointed out that the largest numbers of fatalities and casualties in their recent wars came from power supply, supplying gasoline and oil to the front line to allow all of the armored tank vehicles and armored personnel carriers and things like that to be able to operate. And they made it quite clear that as long as they have to have gasoline-powered vehicles, that is likely going to be the biggest source of American losses in any kind of foreign war, even any other kind of interaction at all, even if for rescue missions or whatever against a terrorist threat or anything along those lines. The point is that that's the biggest weakness for the military, and they made it clear that what they want is something like a fission battery. That's basically something you can put on the back of a tractor trailer, and it would just give a steady battery-like energy at around 10 to 20, 30 megawatts continually for decades. And that is possible with fission. And the national laboratories have designs, and there are other universities that are working on designs of these things called microreactors or fission batteries. And these would allow us to electrify the entire transportation sector. So you don't need this concentrated energy supply at these disparate gas stations along the highways so that people could travel these distances. You'd just be able to swap out batteries and just keep on going where these batteries would supply that energy. Or you'd be able to just do a rapid charge with this distributed energy that doesn't require a large electrical grid. Like gasoline doesn't require an electrical grid, you would be able to do that with these fission batteries. So in the same way that you could give the military the ability to electrify all of their vehicles, so they basically just have one electrical charging station, the fission battery, and then charge everything and then just swap out batteries, that eventually would transfer over to the civilian sector. And so if the military sees it as being essential to save American lives, I don't see that Congress is going to be able to hold that back from them. I would predict that Congress is going to say, wow, if this is the way that we can do a military intervention or any other kind of a rescue in the light of a terrorist threat of any kind, is to give fission batteries to the military, I think it's going to happen because technically it's possible. We just have to do the research and the design and so forth. So that's what I think is going to happen, and that will allow us to electrify things that we previously hadn't thought could be electrified. Food, energy, so many things, healthcare.